First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Let's put him on the buses.
On first down, Akers call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use your aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Not the start they envisioned. Looks like a 3-and-out, and for a team that hasn't won a game in a while, that's tough.
And what we have to look out for and keep an eye on is the same thing that their coaches are doing. Wanting to see if guys are going to get discouraged early and sag because of what's happened in the recent losing streak. Can they stay with it despite a tough first drive?
Ready? 10 logo. Check 26, check 26. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Showing up. Hey. Ready?
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
It's easy work. It's coming again.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On second down, Minshew. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
64, weak. Hey, Alpha. 5.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Jameis to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Gerald McCoy, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 19.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon.
Let's go.
To try again after the sack. Winston. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Jones. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st down, Falcons.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Single. Watch 80. Strong right.
Play fake. Winston. They'll roll him out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 37-yard line.
Mike, ready. 125. Pick your game up. Let's go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
29 is Mike 29.
On 3rd down, Winston. And Winston lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the 1st quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. He's got the first down and more past midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after one.
Come on now, let's go. Ready? 525. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Winston now to throw on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Winston, and that is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but now it'll be third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Winston now. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. They go play action here on first down. Bryant has it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it with Mack. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, they told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's going to float this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Deontay Johnson, 76 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
Ready, blue ready. Mike is 59, Mike is 59. Let's go, D. Mike, let's go.
Winston now from the 50. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
57, Mike, 57. Wait. All day, every day, any day. 57 to Mike, 57. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Here's Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike, 29.
3rd and long for Winston. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a 1st down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Hey, Delta. Yep.
Back. Check three.
Hard. Ready.
Minshew, 1st and 10. This complete to Jones. Well, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Looking to throw it. Minshew. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Out of the gun is Minshew. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Minshew. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll run for it. This is Mack. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
4 down.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Ready, ready.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Ready, ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught. Cooper. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Easy, easy. Green, triple T. Let's go.
Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 4.
Hey, lock, hit it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Go.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Follow.
50 seconds to Mike.
You ain't. Let's go.
To throw, Winston. That's caught by Howard. Powerful running. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Flushed out right. Complete to Bryant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Another try after the 1st down sack. Minshew looking for Cooper, that's complete. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now Minshew. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Minshew sets to throw. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high-percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw again on second down. Minshew. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup.
Go. 50. Play. X3. 218. Chop. Lead them.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second and 10, Minshew. It's caught by Bryant. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. It'll be Minshew again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. He'll look to throw.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the shift.
50 small. 58, Mike.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Intended that time for Cooper. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw is Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Ronald Jones, 77 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Minshew, 1st and 10.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. Winston to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he stopped immediately there. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss,